Welcome, Libra, to your reading. I have hair in my mouth, so I'm kind of fuzz. I can feel it. Welcome, Libra, to your reading. This is a general reading for October 2017. This can be for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or any other planet in the sign of Libra. Okay, so here goes for the general energy. There's very much a sense of maybe a rapid switching of emotions, off, on, hot, cold. I'm seeing this kind of back and forth dynamic, and maybe some like anxiety and depression and that kind of thing. But a sense of it not being expressed, right? Somebody's not expressing any of these kind of this gamut of kind of like emotions. It's a very internal kind of thing I'm feeling, and it's almost like a feeling also, and this may have to do with emotions or something else, of possession or not possession, not like being possessed, but like possession as in like feeling entitled to something, or feeling like something's yours, right? Feeling I know there's another word for this, I can't think of it. Territorial, I guess, maybe, over something, and it may be over those emotions, or it may be over something else. There's a little bit of a power struggle I'm feeling. There's definitely kind of a tugging, a back and forth. Possibly something becoming clear this month. You gaining some new information, or seeing things in a new way, or something. A little bit of clarity gained. And as I said, there's this sense of like territorialness and feeling like you deserve something, or you maybe shouldn't have to do something, or something like that. And there's the back and forth, as I was saying. What else? I feel like there was one more thing I wanted to talk about. What the heck was it? Yeah, definitely some sort of under the surface level emotions that aren't being shared and aren't being expressed. Oh, that was what I wanted to say. There's a sort of a strange sense of calmness almost. There's like chaos I'm definitely seeing. As I said, this back and forth and going between things and extremes and things like that, but then this strange sense of like calmness amidst all that. It's almost like a dissociative kind of thing, like of being so overwhelmed that you go into this sort of like state of like inaction almost, state of like, oh, everything's fine. Like meanwhile, under the surface, like things are maybe not so fine, or maybe in your external environment is where things are not so fine. But somewhere there's some chaos going on, and then there's this like sort of sense of like acceptance in a weird way, in like a weird kind of out of touch way. So yeah, let me pick these up, put some more cards down, come back with some advice, and I will be right back. Okay, Libra, I'm back with your advice. Here it is. Okay, so the cards are advising you to try to relinquish some of the control that you're attempting to exercise, or that you're exercising. Possibly subconscious control, right? Especially control over your emotions and your positive emotions and negative emotions, because they really want you to be able to be a little bit more exploratory, right? To be able to be more open to some new influences, and open to creating a plan, and creating some momentum and some movement, and starting on something new, starting on something. It doesn't even have to be brand new, but just like starting on something, getting moving on something, and not being so kind of stagnant and stuck, right? They don't want this new sort of information, or this thing that's come to light to have so much control over you, and to have so much control over your subconscious, and therefore your conscious activities in your environment after that, and that kind of thing, right? I'm seeing that's definitely beginning in this kind of subconscious place where you may not even be super aware of all that's happening, and they do want you to possibly go out and talk with somebody about your emotions and that kind of thing. One person, or I'm getting also like a group, and somebody who's going to be truthful and straightforward with you as well, right? Maybe give you some insight that you need, that you're not accessing by yourself. Somebody that you can explore your emotions and things with, and to really try to do that, and to dig down and become a little bit more acquainted with them. To just, as I said, release some of the control, and then also release some of the control that you might have over your ideals and ideas about what should be and what has been, and that kind of thing, and be a little bit more open to some newness, some new energies, and some new, just an exploratory vibe, right? A little bit, getting in there and seeing what there is, and being able to evaluate what makes you happy, what doesn't make you happy, what makes you happy and doesn't make you happy about the things that you're involved in right now, what makes you happy and doesn't make you happy about the things that you have been involved in, things that you're thinking about becoming involved in, that kind of thing, and becoming really acquainted with those things, so that you can make sure that you're directing yourself in a positive and beneficial way, right? And to be a little bit less reactionary, but it's a type of reactionary that's, as I said, under the surface. It's doesn't seem super reactionary, because the effect is actually one of like a lot of control and stuff like that. But they want you to kind of let go of some of that control. Try to see things from a different perspective, and see things from a more open and flexible way, and get in touch with some things that you really enjoy too, definitely, and with some more positive emotions, so that you can kind of not feel so. What I'm getting is that some of the blockages, the emotional blockages and things and repression is coming from a feeling of being overwhelmed by some negativities, right? So you want to kind of get in touch with some more positive things, put yourself in some positive places, and do some things that are really fulfilling and enriching to you, even if they're just small things. You want to get a little bit of inspiration going, kind of. Even though this seems like maybe a more of a low vibe time, more of this kind of like ending energy and that kind of thing. You want to kind of try to bring your moods up a tiny bit, so that you can start dealing with some of the more negative moods that might be existing, and might be going on, and might be creating some issues with your momentum and that kind of thing. Don't let your, don't be so out of control that you're constantly in control, if that makes sense. You want to be in control in the way that you're able to not let your subconscious emotions like super duper rule you, right? Super duper rule. Okay. I think that's it. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, let me know in the comments. Subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.